Welcome. This is Jim, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs, and welcome to Slop in the Shop. Just to give you a quick update what Slop in the Shop is. Other creators had different videos, this and that, or purchases, or all this kind of stuff, or mail calls, or whatever you want to call it. My case is Slop in the Shop. It's based on the way old Southern families used to keep a pig. They throwed all their scraps in a bucket, called it pig slop. So you'll be able to see anything in this video, from a project being worked on, to purchases, to just whatever I throw in it. It's sort of like a video blog. With that being said, enjoy. This is from one of my Slop in the Shops down the road, and this is from my buddy Everett up in Canada. This is my setup for a work stop on my Grizzly because of the fact that Grizzly don't provide them, and probably the King that you have don't. And I noticed you use as an indicator. I'm going to make me another something similar to yours going to back. Right now I just use a mag base when I do that kind of work that you're doing. And I made this stop. This is a piece of, we call it all threads, you called it ready thread. And just got drilled it, put brass in it and all, and got a quick lock. You can find the quick locks on eBay. So that's the way I use. So when I'm setting depths, I can set that pretty quickly. It's one of the handier tools in my arsenal. Now another thing, and this is more for Everett, but somebody else's benefit. One thing, if you're watching his videos, he's making legs for his King, which is similar to the Grizzly in such ways. One of the problems I had, and my original intention when I bought this lathe, was to put it on vibrating pads and set it up and perfectly level it that way. Problem I had was, with these lathes, your ports are way up in the inside of these blocks. I don't know if you can see this. I can point over other side of that toolbox, right over in that corner. And so causes a problem. You can't really you can't drill them after you set the lathe down. You almost need a template, and then if you're putting them on concrete, you'd almost need to have studs and set basically the best way would be to do it would be to drill an epoxy studs in the floor, then assemble your lathe on top of it. Everett's working on a deal where he's going to make some outrigger so he can level his off the floor, which I thought's an outstanding idea. If I was on concrete, I'd probably redo mine, but my shop's got a wooden floor. And I know my lathe is fairly level. It's not perfect. It may be a little twist in it. It's hard. These kind of floors are going to give, but as long as I've got it in a plane that's consistent, you shouldn't have much bed twist. And this one's been on wood the whole time I've had it in either one of the two shops. What I did, you can't see the back of my lathe, but if you'll notice, there's a piece of angle iron that's welded to the base here. It's bolted, and it's welded to the base in the back. And that's why I keep my lathe down on the floor. And I think I may have covered this in another video. I'll kind of tell you about that too. In case you're new to my videos, and newer to my channel, and you really haven't seen a lathe tour, I hadn't cleaned up. I was working this morning. Most G750Gs, or most all Grizzlies you buy, has a dress panel in the center of the lathe. Well, I got one when I bought the lathe, and when I first assembled it, we had an accident, and basically the lathe was up on the engine hoist, kind of got crooked and damaged that. So what I've done is basically put my posters up. I built a shelf that bolts to my posters right down here that I keep stuff on. These boxes are like card cabinet files, and this is where I keep some tooling. Mainly things for the lathe, like centers, dead centers, drive dogs, those little things I used in the last video where I make my little soft jaws out of the hard. My aluminum soft jaws stuff is specific for the lathe. That way I can have my chuck, my drive dog plate, and my ER32 collet plate. And there's my half half-ass spider that I messed up that I don't know, one of these days I may redo. But it works, and it works all right like it is. So I don't know where I'm going to go through that trouble or not. So the one thing I just want to show you is with these lathes, getting them put down is a challenge, and hopefully by the time this Slop in the Shop goes out, Everett has his video up where we completed this for his king, and I would encourage you to go see that because that's a really neat idea for you guys on concrete. The only other way to do it would be put some extension legs out from it and weld it to the bases. And you know, once you assemble the lathe, that's kind of hard to do. So with that being said, whoops, excuse me, I bumped the camera. With that being said, have a good day. Thought I'd show you something else cute. Here's what happens when Dicom gets out of control. I was using Dicom yesterday and knocked a blooming can over, and you see where it's spilled. Made one heck of a mess. Yeah. Now I got blue Dicom on my wood floor. What the heck? Oh, I forgot to tell you, I did get this in the mail over the weekend from Amazon. If you was watching me, my last series or a series of videos that you may see or may not, I was using my bandsaw to cut my portable bandsaw on the bench to cut some stuff up, and I broke a blade, and I used my last one I had in stock. So I basically ordered me 3 Morris from Amazon, portable bandsaw blades, bimetal. So we'll see how they work, because the ones I've been using is basically the ones you pick up at Harbor Freight. These are a little more expensive, so we're going to see how they work. So we'll give them a try, and we'll report back to you on how they work once we get them, once we put one on. So I ain't going to put it on until I need to, obviously. So we'll do that today, or next time I use a saw. Next time I need a blade, I'm going to get the goodie out of the ones I've got. So I thought I'd throw that in. I don't know how well this is going to look because the sun might wash it out, but I do a little bit of everything now that I'm retired. And we had these 2 comforters, and they were storaged, and today's a nice day. It's up in close to 60 degrees here in North Carolina. We've had 3 or 4 really good, warm, pretty days, and these comforters are some that we've had. Sometimes we'll wash them in their washers and it's dry, but it takes a pain because you got to constantly turn them. So I thought today, the wind's not blowing, the chicken house smell's not blowing this way, so we'll just kind of do this. Okay, I'm going to open my box today, come in the mail, and you can see it's been taped really good. This is another one of them Facebook Marketplace deals. I belong to a couple machinist groups on Facebook, and if you're on Facebook, you see me on there, and on the machinist group or whatnot, send me a message, tell me you subscribe to the videos. I appreciate it. This is some brass, by the way. Let me get this trash thrown in the trash can. And the same gentleman that was selling the other little pieces have some larger parts. I think my friend Vernon, Mature Patriot, done dove on these too. A little larger brass. This is 1.5 inches here. You could tell, I've got these from this gentleman before. You could tell by looking at this that this is ends. And he doesn't have them very often, and when he posts them on Facebook, they get gone in a darn hurry. That's solid brass, $50 to the door for that brass. And what it basically is ends from where somebody's doing some bar machining of some sort. That's 1.25 inches. I think that's 1.25 inches stock right there. Yeah, let me check right quick. And this will go in my brass. Yeah, so it's actually a little bit bigger. It's actually 1 3/8 inches stock. So That's pretty good stock. It's a good looking stock. It's handy for all kind of things there. And so with that being said, here we go. Welcome, and I'm glad you enjoyed Slop in the Shop. This is a copyrighted production of James Dedman, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs, for your enjoyment on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed Slop in the Shop today, and we will look forward to seeing you on the very next video.